Hey guys, welcome back to the Hero Clicks Cafe. We've been gone for a little bit. At least I've been gone. I guess everybody else has been here. I apologize. I did miss doing this. In case you're wondering, I've explained it a little bit. In case you're wondering exactly where I've been, or why I haven't been here, why there's not been a whole lot of action going on. There's several reasons. Let me check something real quick. All right, cool. I was just checking. We haven't done this so long. I'm just trying to make sure everything's working properly. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I've been gone for a little while. It's been about 3 or 4 weeks since we did our last auction. The intent is to do this every week. I mean, there's going to be sometimes that we can't do it for various reasons, but overall, we try to do this every week. We were doing this on Thursday nights, and Thursday night was the first problem that I started occurring. As you guys well know, HeroClix is a big part of my life, and it's the game that started playing back in 20 years ago. It's been very involved, family wise, and it's something that my family and I shared, and we played together, and we're all participated in. Of course, we've been selling HeroClix for a while. We developed rock. We've done a lot of things, and honestly built our game store. All of these things are so. HeroClix is a big part of my life, but it's not the only thing that's in my life, and it's not the only game I play. I don't play very many games because I'm not able to, or let me say, I don't play very many games seriously. I try a lot of different things. Board games, I'll play a board game at any given time if I have the time to do it. But as far as hobby games and stuff, there's really only there's only a few other games that I play with any kind of consistency. So one of the games that grabbed me when a few months ago when it came out was Lorcana. So just so happens that we have 2 days a week that we do Lorcana at the store. One of them, we do our regular league on Saturday mornings, which is really good, and we've got really a good crowd and good attendance. I don't really participate in that because I have other things I do on Saturdays, and I'm not really into the constructed end of it. I don't really like building the constructed deck. So anybody that knows me knows that I love to play sealed, even in HeroClix, although I will construct also in HeroClix, and obviously I do. But Lorcana, on Thursday nights, we've been doing drafts, and that's something that the community wanted. I let them choose the night that they wanted. So I was having a conflict between Lorcana and HeroClix because I really wanted to play. And also, I've had some other things going on. It's whether it's involved with the family or just other things in general in business. I have had those going on also, and those have kept me from doing this. And also had a little bit of product issues. I think back a few weeks ago where we were really running out of product, and we had product was coming in late. We had a situation really kind of started back with when we had a storm come through back a little over a month ago, and it just put everything behind. And so anyway, bottom line is that's what's been going on and why I haven't done it. And I also I've been waiting for the new set to come out. Not that I love wheels, but we just seemed like we were doing wheels for so long, and I think I'm just glad to see that we have another set going on. Finally, after a long delay. Hold on just a second. I'm trying to fix something. Try to make sure my chat's working properly. Alright, so Friday Night Live, there we go. So if you're watching this, you're obviously, we stream on in several places. Hold on just a second. This is so stupid. All right. So as far as I know, the chat's working everywhere now. We stream on YouTube. We obviously stream in Auxxit, so you should be able to see us in any of those. And we also stream on Facebook Live, and we use Lucky Dice Cafe. We use the Rock Facebook page. We also use my own page, my personal page. However, if you're on my own personal page, there should be a note that says this, but you cannot on my page. You can't communicate with me. You can listen in, and all that kind of stuff, but you can't talk to me, and I can't talk to you via chat. I can. If you're on Lucky Dice or Rock, those are better places, and you can actually type, and I can respond to any questions or anything that you might say. So this is new. This is our first Friday night. This is something that I chose tonight because it's really the least conflicting night that I could come up with. I can't do Wednesday night is HeroClix night at the store. Thursday night's Lorcana, and that left me with Friday and Saturday. And Saturday's not too bad, except that when college football season comes around, that is my other passion, and I just didn't want, even though right now it'd be good, but as soon as college football came around, I would be wanting to watch college football. And so Friday night seemed to be the best time. I don't have anything generally that goes on. There may be something that happens on some given Friday night where I don't do the show or I switch the show around. But I would say that you can pretty much count on every Friday night going forth that we will be doing our auctions, our brick openings, in our quest for the bounty prizes. Wednesdays, again, it's HeroClix night, but I will continue in our tradition of every time the new set is released, we will sell singles on that night. So we'll have our special auction for a new set on Wednesdays, on the first Wednesday when a set releases, where we have singles. We always have a big following for that, and we will do on a regular weekly basis. We'll do this. I'm not seeing anybody talk to me, so I'm kind of curious. If you're out there and you can hear me, I wish you would say hi. I just want to make sure that the chat's working. I'm actually texting a friend to tell him to tell me hi. All right, there we go. Now I see, hey Jason, how you doing? Hey Eric. Now I see, it's kind of weird when I feel like I'm talking and I might be talking to the wall. I've kind of lose track of what I'm wanting to say and do, because I start getting worried more about the technical aspects if there's something going on. So everything's working. I feel better now, and maybe I won't be such a blithering idiot in talking from here on out. Anyway, so those are the reasons why where we're at right now is why we're doing Friday nights and where I've been and what's going on. So do I have some things to talk about? Hell yeah, I got some things to talk about. I've got some rock news. I've got we got HeroClix to talk about. Got Lucky Dice Cafe news. So let me update you on rock first. I've talked to Scott Porter as of yesterday. This is a funny, not funny thing that I'm about to tell you. I've been trying to get a hold of him for the last couple of days. Couldn't reach him. And I asked him where he'd been, and he broke his nose. So Scott broke his nose a few days ago. And I don't know if you guys remember, but at the last Rock Cup, he was limping around, hobbling a little bit. And he had broke his leg, or his ankle, I believe it was, and he broke it playing basketball. Well, same thing again. He was playing basketball, I guess a week or so ago, and he broke his nose playing basketball. I think somebody elbowed him. He hasn't given me the whole story yet. I think he's pretty hot about it. So anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that. But just both times before the cup, he's he's broken something playing basketball. Anyway, so we finally talked. Whiz Kids was at Gamma this past week, and I've talked to him a little bit there, and I've talked to also them a little bit outside of Gamma. Not everybody was at Gamma, and the reason that some information's been slow coming about is we've been waiting for them to tell us some things, especially on the pricing. The pricing is always a little bit late coming in. The pricing is going to be great. You ain't got to worry about it for the Rock Cup, but they're monitoring the stuff being shipped from China to here, and they ship it by boat, and before they do ultimate commitments on stuff. They've already committed on some things, and some of the things that they've committed on are just phenomenal, but they haven't committed on everything yet because they're waiting to make sure everything's going to be here in time. That includes that's also why we haven't given information about the SEAL tournament and what's going to be in the SEAL tournament yet. As soon as we know something, and we're hoping that's going to be very soon, we will be letting you know. In the meantime, you're going to hear it here first. But I'm not, and I will be making an announcement. I probably actually put it together tonight after the auction, and it will go up tomorrow. But I can now tell you, a lot of people have been asking us, what is going to be the format for the team event that we're going to have at the Cup? I've been asked. That's been probably our biggest question, and I haven't been able to answer that. And the reason I haven't been able to answer that is Scott has a lot of input on that particular tournament because we give that away towards charity, and he wanted to quiz Whiz Kids a little bit and want to know if there was anything in particular they wanted to run. But ultimately, it's our decision, and of course, I have a high input on that. I only had insistence about one thing. Now, Whiz Kids does, I guess, probably my two favorite formats that have been run over the last several years have been Team Sealed. Team Sealed is that Whiz Kids does. We started doing that years ago, and I've absolutely loved that format. I look forward to it every year when we go to Worlds, Nationals, wherever it's at. I love Team Sealed. So a few years ago, we came up with something. We didn't want to just, at one time we did Sealed also, but I wanted to change a little bit. I didn't want it to be a repeat. I wanted it to be something different than what Whiz Kids did. So we did a constructed team format, and what we did was 300 points, and we put in what we call an Extreme Highlander rule. And the Extreme Highlander rule is there can only be one of anything, not just on your particular team that you build but on all three teams that you are coming with. So if me and Jason and Eric were all on a team and I wanted to run Surfer, that means that I can only run one Surfer, and that Jason and Eric cannot run a Surfer at all. There can only be one between the three of us as a team. So the reason I like that is it creates quite a bit of diversity between three teams, and it also makes the players work together in building, which is the whole idea is that you work together to build something that each one of you run that is competitive, and try to win it that way. So what we're going to be doing this year, last year we did 300 points silver. We did 300 points silver, and we ran it that way. Before that, I think we were doing 300 points modern. So we're going to change a little bit around again this year, and we are going to be doing modern age, but it's going to be 400 point modern age Extreme Highlander. So this is the first time that I've published that. We will be making an official announcement tomorrow. I also want to put that there's going to be a little note that comes with that. This little note, I don't think it ever be applied, but we're putting there just to back ourselves up in case something does happen. We reserve the right to ban or make a ruling if we see something that is going to be out of whack, or if it's going to be work against the game itself, to where we don't think that it's something that should be played. We reserve the right to ban something, alter something, or establish a rule prior to the event, so that because the ultimate goal here is to have a good event, and we don't want to see, we don't see it right now, but if there's something that we see that's going to break the system or cause something that works against what we call, what I can't think of the words I'm talking about, but the game itself, and the way we think it should be played, we will make a ruling on that. So there'll be a little bit of a statement with that, a little bit of a note, but other than that, it's going to be. And I don't expect anything to happen with that, but we still want to have that in play. Well, I expect that it's just going to be 400 points, modern, 3 versus 3, extreme, Highlander in play, and which is what we've been running the last few years. I think it's a great format. It's a fun format, and it creates a lot of different matchups between everybody. Okay, so that's out there. I'll also be working on some other things in getting in from here to the till the cup. We're roughly about a little bit less than 2 months. You're going to start seeing information come pretty regular on things. Scott's going to be. I know he's working on his map. I know that we're working on the 2 maps that are going to be released during that time period. Pricing's being worked on. There's auction items. There's things that I can't share with you that I know that's going to be there. I think this cup is going to be fantastic. I think that we're going to have probably our largest attendance ever. So you need to start planning on coming. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to it. And it's coming up. So let's jump into a lot of. I'm going to jump into the cafe. I've been doing a lot of things at the cafe. And my goal has been to have all of these things done before the cup, because I want to, obviously, when we run the cup, we have people come in from all over the world. In fact, WizKids is going to be there this year. We have WizKids coming in. We have Auxxit coming in. We have Scott Porter coming in. I know for a fact I've got people that have already booked their flights. They're flying in from all over the place. And I've heard a lot of people how excited they are, which is why I'm saying that I think it's going to be the biggest cup ever. The cafe, we've always been doing improvements on, and we've already done quite a bit of improving. In fact, I dare say that people that have not been there for a while, when they walk in May, are really going to go like, wow, what the heck happened here? Because there's been a lot of changes. We've moved the kitchen, we've hid the kitchen, we've closed the door, we made another door, we've added Lucky Dice Studios into the system to where we can actually 3D print and engrave things, which we plan on offering at the cup, where we are going to be able to create and customize HeroClix accessories on the spot. And bigger orders, we can take them while you're at the cup, but we are going to be doing that while we're there. So that's something brand new. The POS, the checkout system is all moved around. Tables are all moved around. Right now, we're remodeling a bathroom. We'll be done with it in the next few days, and then we're going to be remodeling the other bathroom. The bathroom that we have, it's got new flooring. It's getting a fresh set of paint. It's getting a new sink. It's getting it's being fancied up, and the toilet has a bidet on it. The other bathroom will have a bidet on it also. We're really changing the way we're doing things. Today I was looking at putting down a different carpet in what we call our war room. I found something that I want to put in there, so that's coming. There's just a lot of things that are going on. Not to mention our menu. Our menu is totally changed. We now have barbecue on the menu. We now have gourmet milkshakes, our gourmet ice cream that is just unbelievably great. I mean, if you guys don't follow us on Facebook, you should. You'd be seeing some of the ice cream that we got, some of the new products that we got. Everything that we've been working on, it's all into play. And in our barbecue is smoked here. We pay a master chef to smoke our barbecue here locally. And we have barbecue, we have brisket, we have tamales, we have pecan pie, we have macaroni and cheese, we have all those things, all the things that you were used to last year, plus all these things that I'm mentioning that weren't there. Brownies, we have those. We have just a lot of things that have been added onto the menu, and I think that you guys are going to be pleased when you come in and you see the changes and see the things that we've done and how much we've improved the store. We're not quite done yet, but we're going to be there by May. So I wanted to pass that on. Now on HeroClix, I'm moving on to HeroClix. Of course, we have a new set that's releasing. Um, this set's been kind of weird. I think there's been less talk about this set than any, even though there's been a long gap from Wheels to here, you think that that would create more talk. But I think there's been less talk about this particular set than any set that I can remember recently. I think that that's because I don't know that people were overly excited about the Disney Next set and what was in it. I also think that there was a that this year that WizKids chose, or for this set, that WizKids chose not to use Scott Porter to publicize the set, which I think is a mistake on their part. And they chose instead to go to podcast groups and stuff like that. And I'll just be honest with you, I've seen a few of them, but I had to really, really, really look to find them. I don't know that it's getting the publicity out there that they wanted to do with those sets. Not that these guys did a bad job. I know Dial H did a really good job in what they showed. But again, I feel like the set, like there was less knowledge about this set going forward. I think that the publicity wasn't quite as well. Just felt like we're walking into the set kind of blind. That being said, we did our pre-release on Wednesday, and it's the real first look that I had at the set, and I'm more excited about this set than I was prior to the pre-release. Number one, this is, in my opinion, and I've heard other people say so too, this is the best cosmetically, this set is just beautiful. You can see the improvement in quality. Will's big problem was everything was broke in the box or broke when you open it. That's not happening in this set. I didn't have one. I'm not saying that there's not going to be something that's broke when you get your box or your brick and you open it up, or booster, but what I've seen so far, nothing has been broken. Everything's clean. The sculpts are immaculate. They're painted well. They look good. As far as quality goes, it's top notch. I think it I'm not going to say they're the best sculpts that I've ever seen, because I'm going back 20 years, but they're the best painted, detailed sculpts that I've ever seen that WizKids has put out. If you look at some of the pictures that I posted, I think you can see that. Play wise, I was very skeptical on this set. But now, after playing it, man, there is some good stuff in this set, and there are some definite meta-worthy pieces in this set. I got to play either with or against. Trick Arrows is awesome. Trick Arrows is going to be big time meta. If you haven't looked at what Trick Arrows what they do, you should. The trick arrows are deadly, and when and the fact that you can put them on some of the stuff that's already out there, I keep thinking about Carnage Surfer with trick arrows. It's just ridiculous, the stuff that Carnage Surfer can do with trick arrows, and not just him, but other characters too. Especially if you've got ranged characters, they're just the trick arrows are nasty. So that's going to see a lot of play. I played with Kate Bishop. I drew her on out of one of my boosters, and she's awesome. She shoots through people. When she hasn't been moved, she has an extended range of 8. Hawkeye's another one. He does. Kate also has a flurry ranged attack that she can do. So she gets 2 attacks off. She sees through everything. She sees into hindering. She sees through figures. She sees elevated doesn't affect her. Blocking does affect her. Well, actually, she sees through. No, she doesn't see through blocking, I don't think. I didn't have that occur to me, so I don't remember. But anyway, Kate Bishop. Hawkeye, great pieces. One of my the She-Hulk, her outwit is pretty nasty, or when she's in your range. Um, if you want to use something, she can roll a dice, and then you can't use it. That affected me when I was playing against her. The little bitty Groot-looking figure, I think it's the Prime. I'm not sure, but I played against that. That guy's good. He gets to take powers. He gets to take another character, all the powers off of another character, and he's power cosmic. Got a good attack and all of that, and he's pretty darn good. And that's just some of the stuff I've seen. I also played against a Hulk She-Hulk, which I think is also pretty good. A Chase. And I saw some other figures. I didn't see everything. I haven't looked at everything in the set, but I've seen enough of the set to tell you that there are some really, really good figures that I noticed. This doesn't happen very often, but it seems like the figures are very low costed. So when I built my team, what did I have, like 7 figures on my team, and they were all good. They were the whole. I mean, every figure I was playing did something, and they were good. Oh, a figure that I really, really, really enjoyed. I drew this guy too. I drew Mr. Immortal, and now I don't know if he's going to see meta play. Maybe he will. He doesn't cost a whole lot. But my God, he's fun to play with. I enjoyed the hell out of him. For those that don't know how he works, he doesn't have many clicks of life. He is a perplexer, which is very good. So he's a cheap perplexer. But he has plasticity. He can be outwitted, though, but he still has plasticity. And when he's attacked and hit and KO'd, you roll a single die. And if I remember, I'm going by memory. If on a 1 or 2, on a 1, he just dies, and they score the points. But if you roll a 5 or 6, then he just comes back to life on his top click, and then you move him 4 squares from where he was at, any 4 squares from where he was at. And if it's a 2 through 4, I believe is right, then you do the same effect happens, but your opponent scores 10 points. But great tie-up piece. I used him, and especially the first game, I was playing a buddy of mine at the store named Joaquin. Joaquin, I think, hates that figure right now because I just got in his face, tied his stuff up, and he kept killing the figure, and I kept rolling 5s and 6s, and he was very, very aggravated. Very, very, very fun to play. I promise it's a very fun to play. A lot of perplex in this set. I had a pretty good bit of perplex on my team, and I played another team that had a lot of perplex. Pretty good, little bit of prob, but more perplex, outwit. Were really rampant on this set. So anyway, I'm reading what's going on in the in the auction. It looks like the auction just now ended, so we're going to be able to crack some bricks here in just a second. But anyway, it looks like they're really fighting over some stuff over there. So welcome back, everybody. I thought if we're going to come back, we needed to come do it right and be able to do the new set. And again, I'm going to show this. This is the bounty that was left over from the last time we did a live stream. So we've already got a pretty good bit of prizing. And I'm going to have to look at it to make sure I don't put any duplicates in there. There's some primes and some super rares and some LEs, some dice. Let's see, I've got a pair of rock dice. I've got a pair of lucky dice in there. I've got convention exclusives. All this is already built up for the bounty. We'll be adding to that before we open up the first brick. For those of you that maybe are new, first turn, I do have some info on states. Talk to WizKids about that. And what's the only reason that I haven't set a date for states? This is a question from Ryan. The only reason I haven't set a date for states because I already would have done it, is that I'm waiting for WizKids to commit pricing. I want to run 2 states. I'm waiting for them to commit pricing. Um, they could come back to me. First, I need to know what the pricing is. Second, I need to know, are they going to give me enough pricing to support 2? And I believe all those things are going to happen. And the word that I got just this in the last few days is that I would have answers next week. And again, they're careful to commit because, again, things coming from China and making sure that they have any here. What I was initially told is that it looked like for them on their end to supply me with what I need in July would be a good date for the first states. June, July, something like that, and then we would do the second one. That's not what I wanted to do. I actually wanted to be having states right now. I wanted to have a Silver Age states leading into the Cup, and then I wanted to have a Modern Age Cup states leading into the World Championship. So I can't. I have no control. I mean, I could go without them, but that would be the wrong thing to do because we get really good prize support, and they support us, and they make our maps legal, even though they've been really. I know a lot of people were frustrated with the map last year not being set to be legal, being put on their list, even though I was promised that it would be multiple times. And the reason I'm going to tell you the reason why they were reluctant about doing it had nothing to do. There was nothing wrong with the map. WizKids flipped from years ago to having a balanced map to what they want now, an unbalanced map. So it was a whole change in philosophy when they started putting terrain. When they added terrain and went to a smaller map, they wanted the maps to be unbalanced so that you could use their terrain and do things with it to make it to where it wasn't just a completely in the beginning. That's what we tried to do. A lot of that we tried to make unbalanced maps, and WizKids kept making us go back to making more uniform balanced maps. So now that philosophy's changed, and that state map that we made last year, albeit a good one, it was very balanced, and so that's why they've been reluctant about doing anything. But I'm still told it's going to be put on there. So anyway, Stakes is in the mix. I was the vice president of WizKids was at Gamma this past week. I was talking to the brand manager, and I was talking to the new, I don't know if you guys know, but there's a new guy that handles for players. His name is Ryan. He's a real nice guy. I've been talking back and forth with him every other day. It seems like here of late, and I was told that next week that Jake would be back, and they would all get together, and I would be getting some more information. So, point is that I would say in the next week or two we should have more information about states. Next week or two we should have more information about pricing. Next week or two, you're going to be getting more information to me about the formats of all the tournaments, and starting with tomorrow. So it's all coming. We're closer than we were, but we're not where we all want to be yet. But we're getting there, guys. So let's get this brick and open up. You guys have any other questions? Ask away while I'm doing this. I'd be more than glad to answer, clarify anything that you want to know. I think that this is a really, really, really good set. I think that people might be sleeping on this set. I think that this set's going to pick up steam when people start opening it up and seeing how well it plays together. And again, I was one of those skeptical people. Wasn't overly excited about this set, but I am now. I changed my tune. All right, so I got the first brick out. I'm going to set it here to the side. We're going to go ahead and add pricing in. Let's throw in a convention exclusive. We're throwing a Shadow Cat into the mix. I brought a whole nother pile. I brought this from upstairs. So if you guys don't know, I stay up late at night. This is a whole nother pile of pricing that I'll be using for down here. And what happens is I buy collections, and I set stuff to the side for this event to give out. And I've got boxes and boxes of stuff. I've got endless supply, I think, of things to give out to people. Um, my biggest worry, honestly, is that I duplicate something that I've already got in here because I haven't done it in a while. The other thing that was a little disappointing, in this set, is we didn't get any legacy cards. So I think that we've grown to where we really like the legacy cards. Don't know why WizKids didn't do legacy cards with this set, but they didn't, and I hope that this is just a one-time deal. I think that it is. I know there was another set that we didn't get legacy cards, and then they came roaring back. So I'm going to add a famine into this pile. I'm going to add. Let's see. Let's put a Red Shift legacy card in there. Speaking of legacy cards, let's throw in a X23 team up card. Looks like I already got some tarot cards in there. I'll get down here one of these days and organize this better. Let's throw in, this guy used to be a powerhouse in the game. He's from Galactic Guardians, and we'll throw in a Gladiator, super rare. Let's reach down here. Oh, let's get rid of one of these guys. This guy makes this. I should say this girl makes me work. She's heavy. I think that's the girl. Yeah. We'll throw in a Modam. I just got to find her card. That means that whoever wins this is going to get an extra heavy package because Modam has some weight to her. I think that's what we'll do with that for right now, and then we'll start opening up some boosters, cracking some bricks. Yeah, I'm gonna sit down one evening or one night and just go through all this and organize it to where it's not so much digging. And just keep getting more and more stuff. Just gotta find the Modam card. Well, there it is. I found it. It's about to give up. All right, so we'll put a Modam card in there. That's from she's from Age of Ultron. We'll throw this in too. We'll throw in a Terra. Terra is an LE from X-Force, Deadpool X-Force. That should get us started. Let's open up some boosters and get some good stuff. Again, when the ones that we opened up at the store for the pre-release and a few that I cracked since then, the quality is fantastic in here. Everything's good. There is a chase in every set. Every brick. I hope there's one in every set. But so for us so far, every brick we pulled a chase, which I think was the intention. There are a few more chases this time around. Let's just mix these up a little bit. And then we'll number them. We also, now you guys start thinking, don't do it yet. Let me get these things shuffled and numbered. But we'll need the name of the bounty figure. Now the way that works is if you bid on a booster and you win, and we open up your booster, and if that figure is inside, now you can't win it twice. If it's inside for that break, then you win all the bounty prizes on top of what you get inside the booster. Pretty good deal. I've seen some people really walk away. That's a pretty good pile right there. I've seen bigger piles. Sometimes we have went a few weeks without getting our prizing. Without drawing the bounty figure, and so that's really added up. But we've also done them back to back to back to back, so it's just you just never know. Now I'm going to clarify that the trick arrows are not going to be considered because they're semi-common. They're not going to be considered a super rare for the purposes of a bounty figure. So we're going to need to pick a bounty figure. The first two people, you guys can go ahead and start nominating now. The first two bounty figures I see nominated twice will be what we go with. Okay, a lot of people have been talking. Yeah, maybe it is to do with DC. Maybe that's right. I didn't really think about it, but you're right. Disney was, so both Disney sets didn't have cards. Yeah, and Ryan, I didn't answer that earlier. You just came in late, I guess. It's 400 points. Modern Age, Extreme Highlander. Um, what if someone of the con exclusives could be found available in a winner map kits? Those are about to be. We have 20 different con exclusives that can be in winner map kits, including a Lady Phoenix, a Hawkeye, Old Man Hawkeye. There's a bunch of them. Some of them are new, some of them are old. But we're about to get an influx. That's one of the things I'm talking to WizKids about right now. We're going to be getting some of the newer con exclusives. When I say newer, this last year, I doubt that we'll ever have what I would say is this year's con exclusives. That's not really our intention. WizKids wants to showcase the new stuff. So we're always, the way we did this before COVID is if it was 2020, we had 2019 con exclusives in the kits. And we're always working with the year before, which I thought was really good. I like that system. People were really excited about getting those still, and it kept stuff new and fresh. Because of COVID, WizKids got behind, and we've been working not always necessarily with the last year's, but we do have some of last year's. Okay, and then let's see. Yeah, no, what else means by X? My brain's. Okay. Anyway, so again, I need some figures. All right, so never mind. We got it already. Somebody over in the Auxxit, somebody's already nominated Wong twice. So Wong it is. So if we pull, which by the way, that sculpt is nice. I was very impressed with that sculpt. So you're going to be impressed with all these sculpts. They're very, very good. But Wong is specifically good. So if I pull a Wong out, then you win the bounty figures. And again, if somebody wins, when somebody wins, we will start a new bounty when we begin the next brick. All right, so we are off again. Finally, guys, been a while. It's time to crack some bricks. Here we go. Number one. And I think I see the little guy that I've been talking about that is really, really good. That I think is going to get played. We do have our first super rare in this first pool. So we have. Oh, this guy's fun too. I'm glad that I pulled some of these guys. So Jack Dequans, I don't know how you say his name. Jack Dequans. Jack with a sword. How about that? And we got Baby Groot, which he's okay. We got Kazi. I don't know too much about him. This guy's fun to play with too. I played with him in Battle Royal, and I also had him played against me. Leapfrog is really good. He has the ability to do a free knockback, so you can actually knock him back and he gets in position, or you can move him and then knock him back. Blah blah blah. You roll a single set of dice, and our first super rare is Miss Marvel. So congratulations to whoever had booster number one. You got the first booster out of Disney Next. All right, let's go on to. I actually can put these right back in the box. All right, let's go on to number two. We're looking for a Wong. Did y'all pick the Wong or the right figure? Had to say it. Maybe there is no Wong in right. Maybe it's just all Wong. right. All right, here we go. We got a red dagger rare. Don't know much about him. Again, I'm seeing a lot of perplex in this set. Layla L. Fakoy. We got a Hulk. This Hulk is good. I faced him. He's a really good piece. Um, he's a common. We got a Harrow uncommon, and we got a Yelena. She's not bad either. So, anyways, that's our second booster. Number 3. Somebody got in. Oh man, I forgot to bring something down. I know how I do this. It doesn't matter on these. Never mind. So I think this is a good pull. My humble opinion. You've got a Baby Groot, rare. You got a Kate Bishop, which I think she's good. She's a common. You've got a Jen Walters uncommon, and you got a Hulk uncommon. And then you've got Trick Arrow. So that's a good pull. Trick Arrows are awesome. You're going to be seeing a lot of these. Again, I don't know if you guys have looked at them. If you haven't, you should. Basically, my understanding is that you get to play these, and then you get to play 3 of them out, and you lay them down, and your opponent doesn't know which one you chose. And then when you want to use it, you flip the one over you want to use. That's my understanding. Haven't read it. If I'm saying that wrong, I'm sorry, but that's how it was explained to me. One of the guys did pull Trick Arrow in our pre-release, but I never did play him, so I didn't. I just had it briefly explained to me, and I haven't went back and read it. But that's the gist of what I think it does, and it's there. And I did read the Trick Arrows. I did read what each one of them did, and oh my God, they are good, real good. All right. Yeah, this little thing right here is talking about Trick Arrows. When a Trick Arrow is equipped, secretly choose any 3 Trick Arrow cards and turn them face down in your play area. Whenever the equipped character hits with a ranged attack, you can reveal one of the face down Trick Arrow cards and perform its special effort. So that's even you don't have to use this until you actually hit with it. You lay them down. That's even more deadly. You lay them face down, and then when you hit, you flip over the one that you want to use. That's nasty. So if you don't hit, or if you decide that you don't want to use that effect, you don't have to. You can save it. And I'm telling you, man, these Trick Arrows are nasty. So I've got a figure here that I played with in the pre-release. 2 figures I played with. In fact, this booster is the booster I drew. I actually drew this booster, and I drew this booster in my sealed. So you get to see part of my team. Here's Mr. Immortal that I've been telling you about and what he does. And then I drew this, and then I drew the Mr. Knight. I also played him. He's a perplexer, and he's pretty neat with what he does. He's a common, and I also had a She-Hulk. I played her. She's a common She-Hulk. I drew the Wrecker. I didn't play him. He's an uncommon. And then I also had the super rare Kate Bishop. And she's really good, guys. I'm telling you, I really, I wished I'd had Trick Arrows with her. She's really, really good. So that is the exact booster I drew the other night. One of the boosters I drew for the pre-release. Now, if this brick is the brick that we, not just a booster, but if it is the exact brick that we played with the other night, then there should be a Hulk, She-Hulk chasing this in this particular brick. So let's see if that happens. Well, I can tell you now that it is not the exact same brick. Now it just happened to be the exact same booster. So in this one, who has booster number 5? Speak up, please. Just say, I got it. Something, just type and say you got booster number 5. That would be really cool if you could do that for me, please. Anybody got booster 5? Oh, somebody's typing over here. Oh, there we go, Jog. Of course you do. Where you been, bud? I guess you can say, where have I been? Now, Jalger is a pretty religious follower on these. I met him when we were at the World Championship. He donated some stuff. Really super nice guy, and he wins a lot of stuff here. And guess what? He did it again. Trick Shot, uncommon. Tracksuit, common. Donnie Blaze, rare. Miss Marvel, common. Baby Groot, Chase, and this is 059 Baby Groot, the one with the funny eyes. So you got wow, 20 defense. You got have it really. Oh, it's shifting focus. Okay, so Groot. That's why there's so many Groots in here. They're shifting focus. Again, I haven't read everything, guys. I've just been really busy. I've only glanced and read some of the stuff. So yeah, booster number 5. Booster number 5 is the winner. And it has our first chase. So congrats. Not bad at all. Moving on to booster number 6. Again, we are looking for a Wong. And this has got another guy in here that wow, man, I wished I'd give anything to him. Man, I wished I drew this booster. I would love to have this booster in a seal. Man, this is my stuff. All right, so y'all listen to this. Okay. I already told you about Mr. Immortal. So there he is. Got a Mr. Immortal in here, uncommon. I love him. You got a Clint Barton. You got a Clint Barton rare, who is pretty darn good. Okay? Clint Barton rare. Then you got a Clint Barton common. Okay? So you got a Clint Barton common. Then you got a tracksuit, which I'm not really too hip on the tracksuit, but you got a tracksuit. Then you got the trick arrow. So you got 2 Clint Bartons with the trick arrow. That's a really, man, this is awesome. So you got this rare Clint Barton is good. I played with him. I got to play with him in a battle royal when we played some battle royals after we had our pre-release the other night, and we played it with a new set. He's really good. He does some damage, and you put trick arrows on there. Oh my God, I would give anything to have pulled that the other night. So that's booster number 6. I might be going a little slower than normal. Best piece in this set, man, I don't know yet. I haven't seen all of them. I can tell you, I think Trick Arrow is a must-have. I think that your Hawkeyes, your Kate Bishops are really good. I think that She-Hulk is good. That I really like the Koi, which is I think it's a prime of the bait. I hope I pull one, and I'll read it to you what it does. I think it was a prime. I'm not positive, but we pulled that, and that piece is really good. I know the Moon Knight's supposed to be really good in here, and I know that I don't know what his name is. The Quanjo, how do you say it? Quanjo, the god, Moon Knight's god. I think he's supposed to be really good, and I haven't read him yet. So in this one, we got this is booster number 7. I'm going a little bit slower tonight because I'm actually looking at stuff and getting a little excited more than normal about some of the stuff I'm pulling. So, and if you see something, if I pull something Well, I just pulled him, Justin, so you're gonna like that. And I did play against him the other night. He's pretty good. I did take him out in one of the in our pre-release. So Mel Blonsky, you got the Kingpin rare, you got Miss Marvel common, you got Harrow uncommon, and you got Moon Knight common. But I'm telling you that this set don't this set I think is going to pick up steam. I think that this set people are going to start looking at what's in it and start playing it, and people are going to be. Oh, you got so Jagger got the Kate Bishop. Yeah, that's a good piece. So people are going to get more excited about this set as they play it, I think, and see some of the possibilities. The figures in here are also very cheap. I think comparatively, I know that the cost of stuff has went down, but I think you really, really, really can see in this set, you're going to be in the set, within the set itself. You can play a lot of multiple figures and a lot of figures that do a lot of things. And there's a lot of figures that have a lot of good. They work really well together. All right, so this one we got a rare Verusa. I'm not really familiar with that figure. Don't know if it's good or bad. You got the you got a Wong Wong. You got a Wong Wong. You got a common Wong, not the super rare Wong. And we got a uncommon Runa. We got a common Moon Knight, and we got a Saracen. I played with Saracen the other day. He was another one of the figures I drew out of one of my boosters. I'm not going to say that he is the best figure in the set, but he's definitely playable. He doesn't cost a whole lot. He has prob, which is important, and he has an ability to remove action tokens if he shares the bombist therapy session. I mean, if he shares the keyword bombist with another figure. He also has still energy. And then he also, when he does steal energy, he gets an action token removed from him. So he's not bad. Like I said, it's not the figure that I would like build a team around or anything, but especially in the sealed event, I think he's a good piece. Number 9. Number 9. I really hope I pull that little koi figure so I can read to you what it does. I think I described it, but I think that figure is something that is going to be played quite a bit. All right, so we got a Hulk common, good figure. Maya Lopez common. A tracksuit uncommon. We got another Kate Bishop common, and then we got a Moon Knight rare. And man, this one I'm going to have to read for a minute because he really looks. He's got a really big, long dial and a lot of words. A lot of words on the front and more on the back. So I think he's probably pretty good. He's got a stop click. 1, 2, 3 stop clicks on here. Whew. I'm going to have to definitely take a look at him. So that's a Moon Knight. That Moon Knight at least is good. Then we got booster number 10. Booster number 10. Okay. So you got a guy that makes demons in this set too. So you're going to need, I think demons may be the biggest generic we have in here in this set. So this one you got a Ronin rare. You've got a Wrecker uncommon. And you got a demon, which I was just talking about. Doesn't have a lot of health, but he's pretty interesting. He has, at the beginning of your turn, demon may deal 1 damage to an adjacent opposing character. He's got plasticity and he's got flurry. So it could be nasty. Then you got Yelena, and then you got Mr. Knight again. And that will end booster number. Our first brick is now in the books from Disney Next. Let's add some more to before we get that one up, let's add some more stuff to the bounty prizing. Let's see, what do we got over here? already got all these. I've got, ooh, do I not have that one in there? Yeah, let's put another con exclusive here. Let's make this thing nice. We're going to put a Daredevil in this one. So we got a Daredevil going in with the other con exclusives. And we, just for the record, we have a Shadowcat, we have an Old Man Hawkeye, and we have a Zatanna con exclusives along with a pile of other stuff. And it is getting to be a big pile. For reference, if you don't know this, Wong continues to be our character that we're looking for, our bounty figure. Let's see what I got over here. Throw in. Got tape sticking to me. Go away, tape. This will work. Let me find their card. Again, I got it. I'm gonna take the time someday soon to get organized in here so I don't have to keep looking for things because it aggravates me. But I'm not organized overly right now. I got stuff in multiple bins and stuff all over the place. All right, we're just gonna go with her because I see her and I see the card. We got an Invisible Woman. Invisible Woman is out of Chaos Wars. We'll go with that. We'll reach down in here and get something. Let me find that card. That's what I want to go with. It's going to be one of these. Don't see her. Do I see him anywhere? Because I can go with that too. Oh, that'd be a good one also. And just find the cards. Let me find the cards, guys. There he is. So this is a legacy figure. So we're gonna put an Ant-Man. He's just a common out of Age of Ultron, but it is a legacy figure. So if you got the legacy card for that, that's a good pickup. Ant-Man out of Age of Ultron. So we got that. Let's see if I can find one more over here. I want this to be a really good pile because we've been gone for a while, and this stack over here is even more unorganized than the other one. So I don't know if I'm gonna stick with it very long, looking for stuff. Because this is the last pile that I did. I've just been piling things in here for like 3 or 4 weeks, and it's a bunch of stuff. Like I said, I'm just gonna skip this one. I don't have time to look. I got cards and figures everywhere. And we do have stuff on the table that is actually a little semi-organized. We'll throw in a Mr. Fantastic team-up card, and we'll throw in another legacy card. Let's go with Mole Man. And that will do us for now. And now let's get to the next brick. I did, but now it's a secret, Chris. You missed out, and you cannot ever have the answer now. You got to be here on time, man. You can't be late. I'm assuming you're talking. I just see Ryan asked about states, I believe, or was it states or what did Ryan ask? Is it states or the format for teams? I don't remember which. Maybe even that's both. What do you want to know, Chris? Are you wanting to know about states, or you want to know about the team event at the Cup? Yeah, 400 points, modern age, extreme Highlander. Will be an announcement coming out in the morning. I'm going to type it up either in the morning or might just type it up tonight. That is official. There's a caveat on there. There will be a note that says that we are that we may don't plan on doing this. I don't think we'll have to, but we reserve the right to ban figures or to errata something in case we see something that is abusive to the game. Which we really can do that anyway, but just in case, we're gonna put it in writing so people understand that. Who besides me has got to play with this set yet? And if you did get to play with it, did you like it? Anybody? Anybody had their pre-release yet? Anybody been able to play with the set? If I personally liked it very much and was very impressed, and I thought that I think this is an underrated set. So we're going into number 11. So this is number 11 booster. We are still our bounty figure is still Wong. So if we pull a Wong out of a booster you won, you win the whole bounty pile. So if you pull booster number 11, if you pull booster number 11, you got lucky. What I mean by that, you got lucky, rare out of this set. You also got an uncommon Layla El Focoy, a common Maria Lopez, an Emil Blonsky common, and a Vatina Alguera de Fontaine, uncommon. I really don't want to pull her very much when I'm doing this. Her name's too long. I think we'll have to create a shorter version of her. All right, booster number 12. I really like these cards they put in there too. I mean, they did something a little bit different on the cards. Of course they put the whole set, a card with all the figures in the set. They're doing some hints and stuff like that, and they're talking about a lot of different things. So I liked it, and they also have they put a QR code in there for some iconics, and the QR code didn't work for me. So if you guys get the QR code to work, fantastic. But it's supposed to be a QR code to an Iconics Avengers set and to the second Hellfire set. They didn't work for me. I was disappointed. All right, Tracksuit, uncommon. Kingpin, rare. Yelena, common. Tracksuit, common. And who has booster number 12, by the way? Go ahead, Jogger. Tell me it's you. Who has 12? Who has number 12? My favorite combo, it would have to be... I saw a lot of things work. There's other things I'd like to play with, but I really enjoyed playing. I had a Kate and a Hawkeye, and if I just would have had the trick arrows, I would have just really been very, very, very happy. I really like the Kate Bishop super rare. I like the Hawkeye. I think he was rare. I like those figures. I would love to play those together. and build around them with some perplex and some prob and trick arrows. I think that's real fun stuff, real good stuff. All right, 12 K Master. Congratulations, sir. You want your booster contains the chase. You have a Jack and Elsa. And I haven't read too much about Jack and Elsa, but they look very interesting. I'd have to. There's a lot of words on this one. They are mystics. Charge flurry. Okay, they also get to do a charge. They get to do a charge flurry. They also can make a ranged attack. I don't know how good they are, but they are pretty good. If you didn't listen to me earlier, and so far that holds true, and I'm knocking on wood. I've yet in this set to pull a broken figure out of any booster, which was a big problem with wheels. We had lots and lots and lots of broken figures, multiple broken figures, usually out of a brick. So isn't happening thus far, and anything that I pulled, I've yet to see one broken figure out of everything that I've opened. Okay, so somebody's going to be happy here too. So who has booster number 13? So that today it's going to be lucky number 13. And no, this isn't a lucky in this one, but you're going to be happy with what you got. Who's got 13? Well, y'all are telling me, okay, cool. M. Hinton's got number 13. So you got a common Jack Duquan, a uncommon Jack Duquan. That's pretty interesting. Wait a minute. You got two Jack Duquan uncommons. That's bullshit. I think you just got, okay. You have a Jack Duquan with 2 cards. You got everything else in the set. So if this card gets, if you spill something on this card, you got a backup card. You always got a backup card for your Jack. So nobody can mess with your Jack because you got a backup card. And you got a Baby Groot common. You got a Moon Knight common. You got a Hulk uncommon. And then, sir, you have a Kingpin Rare Prime. A Rare Prime. So that's the first Prime we've drawn. It's a Kingpin. And congrats on that. Then we go to the booster number 14. Super glue is all of our best friend. That and some of the I use Insta glue and Insta glue and whatever it is, little spray that you use. It's like magic. We carry it in our own store. It goes in all of our bottles, but it comes from the best glue, in my humble opinion, is from Bob Smith Industries. That usually comes with a purple cap bottle, and the little sprays are also. They got a lot of different ones. We use it, and they put our name on the bottle for us in the store. So I really like their product. So we got a Nikki Ramos uncommon. We got a Kazi common. We got a Baby Groot rare. We got a Hulk common, and we got a Leia El Facola. I don't know how you say her name. I'm just going to call her Layla from now on. The Layla L. You got a uncommon one of her. All right, booster number 15. The good thing is that even though super glue is our best friend, in this particular set so far, our best friend doesn't have to get used. He can take a break. So I see another figure that I didn't mention that I think is pretty good too. Somebody played him. I was able to beat it, but it was a difficult figure to deal with. All right, so you got a Mr. Knight common, who I like. You got a Runa uncommon. You got a Kazi common. You got a Saracen uncommon, and you got a Man-Thing super rare, which he's pretty darn good, I think. How many points is he? Yeah, I think that's a strong 55 points. That was 15. Let's move on to 16. Okay. Looks like a decent little pull here. We have a Jen Walters uncommon, a Kingpin rare, a Yelena common, a Hulk common, and you got Trick Arrows. So Trick Arrow, in case you wonder, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Trick Arrows. You get to play half of them, and you don't have to use it until you hit, and you don't have to unveil what you're using until you actually use it. So I think it's pretty nasty. I think they're good. I think we're going to see Trick Arrows everywhere. So number 17. It's just too good. Number 17, we got a Clinton Barton, common. We got a Miss Marvel, common. We have a Valentino, and I'm stopping there. We have a Valentino, uncommon. We have a Demon, common, and a Jack Russell, rare. And you know that Jack gets teased all the time having a Jack Russell name. I think that's funny. I wonder if whoever did that comic book and wrote that comic book, when they're writing things out and creating characters, I wonder if he had a Jack Russell, and that was a play on his dog. And he gave Jack Russell his name because he had a Jack Russell dog. It seems, I don't know if it's true or not, but it should be true. All right, so we're moving on. We're at booster 18. I have a She-Hulk common. I have a Madison rare. I have a Wong common, and I have an uncommon Nikki Ramos. And I also have a super rare. We haven't seen this yet. Tonight we have an Abomination. Abomination's pretty big. I think he's maybe the biggest figure in the set. You can see comparatively he's pretty darn big, and they bubble wrap him, so you kind of know. I think he actually makes the brick a little bit heavier also. So there are Abominations. Now, some of the chases I haven't seen yet, and I know the Hippo chase I have seen, and she was pretty big too, and also very detailed. So she was pretty big, but she wasn't as big as Abomination. But maybe some of the other chases are that big. I've seen the Red She-Hulk, and they're not as big as Abomination. All right, booster number 19. We're getting towards the end. And here's that QR code I was telling you about. So, like I said, they're putting a different card. They got different cards they put in there. So this one, on this side, it says HeroClix X-Men, and it's got a little QR code, and it's for Iconics. And this side, it's got a She-Hulk, and it says HeroClix Avengers. And when I used the QR code, it didn't work. It didn't take me to anything. So maybe they just haven't activated the QR code yet, because technically the set hasn't been released yet. I don't know, but I was disappointed because I wanted to see what was there. I was hoping to get some details about some of the figures that are in the set. So anyways, we got a rare Maya Lopez. We got an uncommon Wrecker. We got another Maya Lopez, but she's a common version. And then we got a Leapfrog, who I like a lot. And then we got the Kate Bishop that I've been talking about, common, that's also good. I think all the Kate Bishops and all the Hawkeyes are good. I specifically like the rare Hawkeye and the super rare Kate Bishop, though. I think they're real good. All right, so that's 19. We're down to our last one. I haven't been keeping account of super rares, but I hope that we have a super rare in here. I hope we had one left, or maybe WizKids we'll just throw in an extra. Who knows? But also, I want to tell you that you can the trick arrow is actually as listed as a common, but it's got a super rare designation. And I have pulled when I was opening up some bricks the other day. I have pulled a trick arrow and a super rare together. Okay. In this one, this is the last one. We have a uncommon Harrow. We have a She-Hulk common. And you know, this is exact this I must be psychic, guys, because this is exactly what just happened. What I just said. We had a Ronin rare, and then we have a Elsa Bloodstone super rare, and then we also have trick arrows that have the trick arrow in the set as well. So you get, this is a good pull. You get an Elsa Bloodstone, who I like, and you also get trick arrows, who I love. So good pull for whoever had booster number 20. That was a good way to end it. Got a super rare and trick arrows, which I just mentioned as I was opening up the booster. I swear I don't know what's in these things, guys. That was just blind dumb luck or my psychic ability. My psychic ability is telling me that I'm also going to win every tournament that I play in this year, including Worlds. There's no point in you guys showing up and coming to anything because psychically I've been told I'm winning everything. Just let you know. So, you know, I didn't want you to waste money making a long trip or anything. Anyways, guys, I had a blast. It was good being back online. It was good opening up some bricks again. I'm very excited for the new set. If you didn't hear it, if you haven't read it, I will be back here next Friday. I don't know what I'm opening up next Friday, but I will make it worth your while. We have a big bounty pile that carries into next week. I don't have any more Disney Plus to open up, unfortunately, for next week. The week after that, that will be release week. We will be doing a Wednesday auction with all the singles, and we will also be doing a Friday auction with Disney Plus, not Disney Plus, but Disney Next on that particular Friday, and we will be continuing to open up Disney until we get our next set, which will be Deadpool, which will be, I guess, sometime in May, late May, something like that. I don't know. I can't keep up with these releases, but what's the point? It keeps changing anyway. So, guys, I had fun. I enjoyed answering the questions. If you have something that you want to ask, you can still. I am too, Justin. It's going to be a blast. We're going to have a lot of people. I'm looking forward to everybody coming, and you guys are going to be treated right. I've got lots of plans, getting lots of things. Hey, Miguel, how you doing? Getting lots of things set up for that. Lots of plans. I'm doing a lot of remodeling. I'm not doing it just for Huntington's, or not just for the Rock Cup. I'm doing it to make the store better. But yeah, I'm planning on having it done just prior to all the Rock Cup, so the Rock Cup will get the benefits of that. And you guys are really going to enjoy it. And yeah, Miguel's already booked. Him and his brother are coming down. They've already booked plane tickets in. He's real excited about being there. He's got his hotel room set up. He's good to go. He's already trying to buy stuff off of me, and he's trying to pay me money to get seated in better places and guaranteed wins. He's just doing everything he can to get everything that he wants. Most of that's true, not all of it. Anyway, guys, I enjoyed it. Hope to see you soon. Mark down Fridays now on the calendar. We'll be doing this every Friday. And we will also, again, I'm sorry it took a little while to get to. I couldn't make up my mind what day I wanted to run this on. So Friday's the day. It seems to be the best day for me. I'm available on Fridays, and there might be some Fridays that I don't run because I have something I want to go do, or something happens. I may go to a turn. Who knows? But you will have advance warning. But in general, we will be here every Friday. And join me. And we'll talk HeroClix, talk rock, talk about things going on at Lucky Dice, talk about life in general, and crack some bricks and have some fun and give out some prizes. See you guys later. You guys have a good night. Have a good weekend.